Alright, everybody. I showed you the Alliance version of Exile's Reach. Now it's time to see the Horde version. Now, we heard Chris Metzen introduce this, not necessarily as Varian. He sounded more like he was just being Chris Metzen. So I'm kind of eager to hear how he does the couple of cutscenes here involving the Horde. Because, I'm sorry, when I look at past clips of him at BlizzCon, you know, hyping up the crowd, especially, like, for the Horde, like, the way he would say that. I mean, this is the voice of Thrall that we're talking about here, There was a BlizzCon where he was going to introduce Pandaria, where he had an inflatable doom hammer, and he's like, like showing off for the crowd, and just, oh, man. I'm just saying. So, let's hear what he has to say this time in regards to us doing this as a member of the Horde. I did a fresh restart of the computer, so it may take a moment. It tends to be a little slow starting up and loading in the game when you first finish rebooting up your computer. At least in my experience, my case. I tried to make sure all the add-ons are disabled to avoid any other issues.
You are a soldier of the mighty Horde. A disparate band of races united in their pursuit of freedom, honor, and glory. A Horde expedition sent to explore an uncharted island has recently gone missing. As a bold new recruit, you have joined a rescue mission departing from Orgrimmar. Find the lost expedition members and bring them home. For the Horde!
There we go. There's Metzen's for the Horde! So as I showed you before with the Alliance one.
We're almost to the island!
Yeah, the tutorial stuff, like, hey, this is how you do this. So yeah, we're basically on one of those, warships. You could definitely say that this is more than likely one of Sylvanas' Forsaken ships here. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Helmsman Davies. I mean, look at this. Black sails. I mean, my gosh. You could mistake this as a ship trying to be like the Black Pearl. I didn't really show up the Alliance one, but that's because, well, I wasn't really that impressed by it. This one, though. Whew. This is some ship. So we had Captain Garrick on the Alliance. Here we have Warlord Brekka Grimax.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
We are nearing the island where the Horde's last expedition was lost. You need to be prepared for what's out there. Warm up on these combat dummies. Show me your strength.
For the Horde, we need to be ready for anything. Show me your skill in combat.
Wrath.
Fine work. Next week. Rain? Our shaman said the skies would be clear.
Let's see. I'll go with that.
Stay focused on our mission.
Good, you've kept training since we set sail. I need to speak with the crew about this storm. Spar with Throg. He will assess your skills and decide on your role once we make landfall.
Don't let your guard down. Throg will spar with you for now. I must speak to the crew about the rain.
Throg?
We will save the expedition.
Look, Tar, nothing quite like a good fight in the rain. We will spar together and take the measure of your strength.
For the Horde, I'll take my position. Strike first and strike hard.
You got it.
Here to help. Never run from your foe. Victory or death. Always face your enemy. I concede. Your strength will see our mission through. The Horde leaves no one behind.
You show promise, Druid. Perhaps you too will find glory on the island.
Stand strong.
Boy, can you just tell the tone is different already?
Here to help.
Well fought. You bring strength and honor to the Horde. Now we just... Wait. Do you hear that?
Go with honor. Warlord, this storm will soon overwhelm us.
Soldiers, brace yourselves! We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
The ship won't make it to the island in one piece. Hold on to something and pray that the elements will spare us from a grim death at sea.
Stay sharp. Recruit! You survived. We need to regroup at once. The Horde leaves no one behind.
The shore is littered with shipwrecks. This must be where the lost expedition crashed. We cannot begin our search until our soldiers are healed. There is no honor in leaving the fallen behind. Our medical supplies were stolen by Murlocs. Slay the pests and recover our first aid kits.
Don't let recover our supplies, but don't fight too many Murlocs at once. They're dangerous in packs.
That reminds me. Alright. Okay. I hate that it does it every time. Actually, no. I think that one does agility. Here we go. Okay. Okay, full set. Perfect. And now to do one of my favorite things as a druid. Moonfire. Moonfire. Just hit everything with Moonfire. Ta-da! Oh hey, regrowth. Now we don't need first aid. I can just cast regrowth on everyone. No? Alright, fine.
Stay focused on our mission.
Let's get the survivors back on their feet. We must treat our wounded before we can begin searching for the missing expedition. Take this first aid kit and tend to the survivors. The Horde leaves no one behind.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us.
You're okay, Throg. You're okay, Jahake. Get up, Lana.
Quite the storm. Probably hit the first boat, too.
Come on, Mythdrawn, get up.
Mark my words. That storm was unnatural.
Oh. Quit laying down, buddy.
My thanks. We'll find the expedition yet.
I like that there's a Pandaren in both versions.
We won't rest until...
Just to remind everybody that the Pandaren are part of both factions. We're back on our feet. Now let's move. The lost expedition is somewhere on this island. I saw a fire to the north of us. We're going to see if it was started by someone from the expedition. You're the newest of our recruits, so you're staying with me. Come, we move north.
For the Horde! You three, search for more survivors. Recruit, you and I will push forward.
Don't mind us, Murlocs. We're just passing through.
So hungry.
Wansa!
Wansa, you okay? Oh, so hungry. They took everyone else. I'd be the last one.
Stay focused on our mission.
This is Wansa, a shaman who was with the expedition. She's dying of starvation, a death unfit for the Horde. Slay some of the nearby wildlife for their meat, and then cook it over the fire. Wansa can tell us what happened to the missing expedition after she eats.
Don't let your guard down.
You just said you'd be coming.
She's my daughter. Nothing could keep me from her. And as a soldier of the Horde, she knows we leave no one behind.
So yeah, that's one of the differences here between this, the Horde one and the Alliance one, is that Garrick was here for her son. Brekka is here for her daughter. But I love that they keep reinforcing this point about the Horde that she keeps saying over and over. We leave no one behind. All right.
Got ambushed by the Quillbore.
Eat first. I won't let you starve to death.
Eat up, Wansa, eat up. Looks like I'm not gonna be knocking on Wansandi's door after all. No, not yet. Though that may show up that may eventually happen a little sooner than we think, but we'll have to wait and see how things play out. You best hurry. The Quillbore took Shuja and the rest of the expedition.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
Wansa said that the Quillbore have kidnapped the missing expedition, including my daughter. The Quillbore will kill you if you are not prepared. They are much smarter and deadlier than Murlocs. I'm a Tauren. I won't see you die by their hands. We're gonna spar one last time. When we're done, you will cleave a path straight through the Quillbore.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds Recruit! Quillbore pose a far greater threat than Murlocs. You must be ready to face them in battle. Your next lesson begins now! Moonfire will damage your opponent over time. Use Wrath while your foe is affected by it. Moonfire is wearing off. Cast it again. Fine work. Keep using Wrath while Moonfire deals damage. I'll tell you when to use Moonfire again. You use Moonfire too soon. You'll do more damage if you use it when it is almost expired.
I think this is actually a nice little tutorial here.
Cast it again!
The idea of keep your dot going.
Moonfire and Wrath will help you strike down the Quillbore. Moonfire is wearing off. Enough! You're ready to fight the Quillbore. Now we rescue our brethren!
Of course, this is mainly focused on balance. Doesn't really help teach the other 3 specs for Druid, but still, if you want to play balance, I think this is actually a decent tutorial.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
You're ready to slaughter the Quillbore. Let's speak to Wansa and see what she knows.
For the Horde!
There be bad mojo.
The Quillbore kidnapped the rest of the expedition and took them north. They said they're gonna use the expedition for some sort of sacrifice. You gotta head north as fast as you can to stop them.
Yeah, be careful out there.
We'll head north to see what the others have found. Wansa, rest and regain your strength before joining us.
I'll be seeing you soon then. Your daughter be right to count on you.
The Horde never abandons its soldiers. I will not abandon her.
You know, I just gotta say, I don't know why. I think it's because of there's been so much of this perception by so many people that Blizz was making the Horde seem like they are just the evil bad guys throughout BFA, and that's all they were. That it's just really nice to see them emphasizing so much, you know, of this good quality about the Horde, that throughout this tutorial they keep trying to reinforce the good things about the Horde, the things that the Horde actually stand for. That they are not evil bad guys, that they actually care about their people, that they, you know, hold things like honor in high regard, that they don't abandon soldiers.
You're here. The Quillbore are conducting some foul ritual. Of course, you come to me for aid.
I have good news, and most unfortunate news. It's insulting that we have to deal with these Quillbore. They'll soon face the full might of the Horde. I've discovered that the Quillbore are performing a necromantic ritual on a survivor from the missing expedition. The ritual is being performed by the tribe's leader, Geolord Gregog. Slay Gregog and save the survivor. Show this brew that the Horde is not to be trifled with. Quillbore are savage and violent. I had thought the practice of necromancy beyond them. Obviously, we cannot allow them to continue their rituals, and certainly not on members of the Horde. Slay the Quillbore in the den. They must learn the fatal error of their ways.
Keep yourself safe.
We move, now. Those monsters have my daughter.
Shuja? I saw no sign of her. Perhaps she evaded capture.
One can hope. She rarely acts with such caution.
Whoops. Alright, I'm going to turn auto loot on. I left it out for a moment just to kind of like show the little tutorial thing of like where it's like, hey, right click on this to loot it, you know? Look at this. Tag, 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 tag. Hey, it's one of the things I love about Balanced Druid. Hey, I got cat form now.
Witness our power! It's too far away.
Whee!
You sacrifice! Sacrifice! The Geo Lord will not lose. The Geo Lord demands your demise! Intruders! You will be our next sacrifice!
And that's why I always bet on the Horde. Let's scram! Oh, you're in for it now, pal.
Of course, on the Alliance it was a gnome. This time, on the Horde, it's a goblin named Cork Fizzlepop.
You must be Warlord Brekka, Soldier's mother. She always said you'd save our hides.
We're not safe just yet. Where are the others?
No idea, but I got a way to find out.
So, pay attention to the difference of what it's like doing this quest on the Horde with this goblin compared to what it was like doing it with that gnome on the Alliance.
The Eternal Sun guides us.
A fine job. The Quillbore seem to be keeping their distance. Perhaps they'd learned their lesson.
Remember the day you met me.
Little full of yourself, ain't you, Mithrin? You sure got some guts. I respect that. I joined this expedition thinking it'd be a quick and easy way to make a little profit. But now, with all this necromancy and crazy ogres, maybe I can make a lot of profit. You're looking for Shuja Grimax, right? Yeah, I gotta tell you, she's kinda intense. Always going on about using her own strength to get ahead. But you're in luck, because I'm the one goblin who can help you find her and the rest of the expedition. Feast your eyes on this fancy device here. I just stole it off of a gnome, improved on it, and made it my own. Very goblin, isn't it? I call it the Choppy Booster Mark V. Use it and find Shuja and the others.
I'll be seeing you later. This here's a tiny version of the Choppy Booster Mark V. Just let me enlarge it. Okay, might have overdone it a bit. Hold on. Ha ha ha! Perfect! It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done.
Oh my gosh, I love that there's a couple things in there that just really hammer it in. One is the sound of just junk and parts just in the background, tang, 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 just kind of clanging together as he's trying to get it to work. The other is, of course, gets it and he's like, perfect. It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done. Which is one of my, life philosophies. It doesn't have to be pretty, it's just gotta get the job done. Goblins. Am I right? Once again, we're just hanging from this rope.
Can you hear me, recruit? Looks like the camera's working like a charm.
If it has a camera, then why does someone need to be up there?
I need a backup plan, in case your recruit gets dropped like a rock. Is this thing still on? Hey, pal! You accepted all liability by agreeing to this.
I don't recall agreeing to anything. I love that he's just like, hey, in case your recruit falls, I need something else.
We will take your soul and raise the dragon from the dead.
Cowards! Soon you will face the full might of the Horde!
Ha! Our dragon will crush them. We have other rituals to oversee. Savor the final moments of your life.
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? Is it too late for us to run?
We do not run when our people need us. Find us a way through all of those undead.
Yeah.
Hey, you say jump, I provide the rocket boots. How about a giant boar?
Whatever you do, make it quick. My daughter's life is at stake.
Hey, so the others joined us. But yeah, note he had the same idea. Hey, how about a giant boar? That doesn't mean we're gonna do the same thing. Just kind of... Remember, you're already noticing some things are a little different this time around with this goblin compared to what it was like with the gnome. Just kind of take notice.
You need it? I got it.
Alright, time to bend some rules and make a giant boar. I call this gadget here the Resizer. It's what I use to unshrink the Choppy Booster Mark V. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I got at best a passing understanding of how this thing works. That means I'm gonna be pushing a lot of buttons to see what happens. I'm sure we'll figure out how to upsize one of those boars. And then we'll use it to trample those undead goons. You hold the Resizer while I'll fiddle with it. And then just press the button and hope for the best, eh?
Take it sleazy. Well, I promised a giant boar. Now we just gotta deliver. Huh. That ain't right. Let's see. Just gotta... There! Try it now! Oh, who needs a giant boar when we can do that? Here, try it again.
Notice how he's already, like, changing the idea of what to do here, right?
Now that's what I'm talking about! Let's get back to Grimax.
So instead of actually trying to get a giant boar, instead he's like, oh, hey, we could blow it up. Well, let's just go with that. Oh, so goblin, I love it.
Stay focused on our mission.
So the giant boar was a fool's errand, and you turned the device into a weapon instead? Good work. Let's see if you can pull this off.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us.
Ready to make some gold?
Okay, I got the perfect plan. You're gonna ride the Choppy Booster Mark V and blast those walking cadavers from the sky. I hereby dub the Resizer the Re-Deather. Look, we're gonna show them where the undead belong, okay? Except for our undead. You know, they're totally fine. Anyway, hop on the Choppy Booster Mark V and I'll pilot it. Once we save Shuja Grimax, we'll blast our way to all the other survivors.
Pleasure doing. You blow up those zombies. Remember that my proprietary invention made it happen.
I like that also he had to say that because Lana is literally standing right next to him. And she's like, excuse me? And he's like, oh, no, not you undead. No, those undead. But see, now this time we get to fly up here and just zap. Very goblin. Love it. Who needs a giant boar when we can just use a giant, like, ray cannon or rifle? Just zap, zap.
Hey, remember that little talk we had about liability? It looks like that rig is about to, explode.
Mother, I failed the Horde. Hang on, Shuja! Recruit with me! Loktar Ogar!
Loktar Ogar!
Wretched ogre. Let's check on Shuja. Mother, I tried to stop the ogres on my own, but I failed. My strength was not enough. Shuja, the Horde is strong, not when we fight alone, but when we stand united. Now, tell me what's happened here. The Horde will be victorious.
Thank you, stranger. I failed the Horde. I was not strong enough to stop this threat on my own.
Elements guide you, as you command. The ogres are using necromancy to raise a dragon from the dead. They need sacrifices like us to fuel their magic. They're about to start a ritual that will... It's already begun. They're going to use the life force they've gathered to reanimate the dragon. Then we must take action. Remember that when we band together, the Horde can conquer any challenge. We will bring an end to these rituals before the ogres can complete them. Loktar Ogar!
Loktar Ogar.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
Provisioner Jinhaka. Is that how you pronounce his name? Jinhaka? Jinhake? I'll just call him Jin for short. Managed to recover some other supplies from the shipwreck. I want you to see if he has anything that you could use before we stop these rituals.
Don't let your guard down.
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
Later.
Later.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
I hope you have what you need. Throg found this bag nearby and thought you might be able to have use of it.
For the Horde!
So this is now where we get to that branching portion. And as I mentioned, as a druid, you actually don't get the class quest until you save the druid that's down in the spider cave. So we'll do that next, so I can then show you the druid quest, and we'll continue from there. Stay tuned.